Jvc BR-S811U Professional VCR, and I've currently got it hooked up to a Jvc time-based corrector, which is SA-T411U. Time-based corrector will only come into play during the playback later on. I've got it hooked up with the Jvc edit controller here, which is a RM-G810U. I made a DVD of a full-length DVD of a bunch of my footage from the beach, and then I just played the whole entire CD over it. And this particular song I think worked out pretty well for these scenes right here of just a cold, lonely winter day at the beach. So in order to record all of this, the DVD is playing. The DVD is going straight into the input of the VCR down here, and then I just press the record and play button on the edit controller here because this controls the VCR down there. Once I've recorded the whole song, I'm going to come back and do some editing, and I'll show you how the editing works to get the to change some scenes around and show you how the edit controller works. Alright, now I've got my music recorded and my tape rewound, and I'm ready to start figuring out what I want to edit on my video here. So now that my tape is rewound, I want to find what is really going to be the beginning of my song, and I want to make that 0 on my counter here. So if I just press play, and when I get to where this last song ends, and get that truck out of the way, then I'll hit reset, and now that makes that 0, and that's the reference for how long my song is now, or reference for where the beginning of the song will be. And I can pretty much kind of just shuttle through this to find which parts I want to edit. Everything through here looks good. There'll be a place where there's some black spots, and see, we go from a spot where there's daytime, gray skies, maybe a little wind, and then you get to a scene where there's like some nighttime or evening clouds right here, which very shortly then comes back to another, then a black scene, and then a scene of more daytime blustery day shots. So I want to get rid of the black screen and the sunset scenes, and I'll do that by, here's how I'm going to do it. This is where we've just got back to the point where we're in the kind of scenes that we're going to use for the video. Now, I wish you could see the video at the same time that I'm doing this, but right here I can advance this one frame at a time to the point where I can go play normal, play a little bit faster, or normal, or slow motion. And now here's the scene I want to back up a little bit. I've faded from black with the camera to get to this point, so I want to get to the point where it's fully unfaded. So I back up while it's getting dark, or it looks like it's getting dark anyway. Yeah, maybe it wasn't getting dark, I can't tell, but looks like it gets brighter all of a sudden. Maybe that's just the shutter on the camera when I first turned it on, but I'm going to say that's my out point. That's the point where we're going to stop recording. And then so what I do is I press the button, say entry out, and then the green out light comes on right here. And we'll rewind this to the point where, okay, and just for my references, that's at 1 minute and 25 seconds and 1 frame of the song. So back up here to whatever was the beginning of that when we first went to the sunset looking scene here, and back that up a little bit. It was right about there. That's at 1 minute, 0 seconds, and 11 frames. So about 25 seconds of new material I'm going to insert into here. And now I'm going to say entry in. That's my end point, and the green in light came on over here. Now I want to leave the music alone, and I only want to put new video over top of everything. So this is almost like a multi-track kind of a thing here, where you can individually record the left audio, the right audio, or the video, or any combination of those, and that's done with these buttons here. If I wanted to do assembly editing, which I'm not, would mean if I had a tape that was totally blank and didn't have a control track on it, I could press the assemble button, and then I can edit little pieces, parts, like as if I was doing a news story on a brand new tape or whatever. But we're not doing that. So we've got video, audio, and audio. Audio 1 and audio 2. I'm only going to press the video button. So now, the next time I do an insertion edit, it's only going to record the video and it's going to leave the audio alone. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find, well, I did this a little bit backwards, but that's okay, I can redo it. I'm going to have to press stop on my recorder, because the way I've got everything set up here, the way I currently have it set up, I cannot see what my DVD player is doing. So I got to press stop. Now I see what the DVD player is doing, which I've already found the scene on my DVD that I want. And I'm going to just measure this here and just see how many seconds long this is. We're starting at 20 minutes and 10 seconds. Which I'm actually going to start at 20 minutes and 15 seconds, because where that scene changes right there. So 20 minutes and 15 seconds, I need 25 seconds. So when I get to the 30-second mark, okay, in any event, this scene right here will cover it. So I'm going to rewind and go back to the beginning of that. That's got plenty of room on there to do what I want to do, to insert that scene. And I'll get that all ready. Of course, the way this way this editing system works is when you find your spot that you want to start, it's going to rewind the tape 5 seconds and then play to make sure it doesn't wobble or roll or anything, so it's nice and smooth by the time you get there. So you get a 5-second pre-roll, basically. So I'm going to go, let's see, at the 15-second mark, is that where that changes? Yes, so I'm going to go back to about the 10-second or so mark. Okay, now that's ready to go. So that'll be ready when I'm ready. Alright, I'll tell this. Oh, I got to tell it what its in and out points are again. So, I'll back up here. Back up to, this is my old scene. That's my new one. I'm going to back up a couple of frames from that and say, that's my new end point. Go forward about 26 seconds. Wherever this gets nice and bright here. And say that's going to be my out point. Right about there. Say entry out. And I'm going to go ahead and tell it to perform, because I'm pretty sure that's what I want. Maybe it's a 3-second pre-roll. I can't remember. I thought it was 5 seconds. And now we're actually recording what's coming from the DVD, but only the video. So we're looking underneath the pier right here. And when this reaches its point, it's going to stop. And it has now inserted the video in there. So now on my tape, oh, and it's also going to automatically rewind a little bit to the last place that you stopped. Now if you pressed review, it'll go back and show you what it just edited. So it'll rewind on its own. And then that's where it changed. And that's the new scene. the new scene. Now I can continue playing that if I want to. And now I go ahead and search for the next scene I want to edit.